Seen what?
Seen the show since we did the upgrades?
Nah.
Oh shit. Yeah, we done moving on up. Yeah, we're trying.
We could.
The production value went up quite a bit. All right, so we are live on Instagram. We are live on Facebook.
It's nice.
It's very nice. I like. I make
It's
good
fucking
times.
nice.
All right, so
Nice.
all right, we are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and recording here. And away we go. Yo. So. Love you, baby. Thank you. All right. So, welcome to the shit show where we pretty much shit on everything, and if it doesn't work, then we're not really worried about fixing it. We're on a budget.
Correct.
Bitch. Nah, we're shooting the shits with Killist, the man with the plan and the mask every time.
What's up?
Looking like a ghost sometimes, like going in and out like a motherfucker. It's spooky, y'all. Actually, you kind of look like what was that, American Psycho, Christian Bale, like when he got his fucking rain suit on and was getting ready to murder.
Oh yeah,
That's
he's a
right.
bad boy. Yeah, nah, he's the man. You seen Equilibrium with him?
Yeah, yeah.
Equilibrium? Fuck, I love that movie. Like, fuck, man, that shit is real.
That's
Real dope.
That's one of my favorite. Is that your favorite Christian Bale role?
Yeah, I'm not really much of a movie person, but when I was young, I went to Ireland to see my family. I think I was about 17, and on the way into where we were staying, we swung past the shop, went past the hire a movie, and fucking yeah, I got Equilibrium, and I was like, oh yeah, let's have a geeze, and it turned out I was like, bro, this shit is fucking off its head. Just those extreme violence, like the extreme violence of people's getting fucking their faces cut off and shit with samurai swords. Love that shit.
So were you always into the violence? Like, I mean, you do a lot of, you do horrorcore. Was you always into the violence?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what it is. I've always played first-person shooters, so I love to see gun violence. But yeah, like being introduced to anime such as Ninja Scroll when I was young, and I remember my sister was babysitting me when I was like real young, and my brother-in-law was putting on this like anime of what was it? It was some ruthless shit. Spawn, Spawn?
Oh yeah.
Bro, there was like they were like murdering pedophiles, and like it was like real violent, like real graphic, like nasty shit. And I'm like, I wonder if that shaped me to the fucking twisted-minded individual that I am today. Probably.
I mean, it definitely had its effects. I mean, obviously, when you watch something young like that, like it's guaranteed to have some effects.
Oh yeah, yeah. It doesn't. It definitely dirties up your brain water.
You're not supposed to have water on your brain, bro.
Oh no, not again. Nah, it's fucking wild. But yeah. What else is fucked? I remember in primary school. That's when computers first started. I think that was a year 5 class or a year 6 class got computers for the first time. So we just had all these like PCs that were hooked up to the internet, and there was no fucking parental fucking searches in place. It was just like straight raw internet. And yeah, I remember watching beheadings and shit from like Al Qaeda, and then there was like my mate was watching like full porn, and then the French teacher came in, and we saw the French teacher coming, so we all bailed, like we were just out the door. And then we look back at him, and he's there like typing away, looking at porn. He's like, oh, you took it. And then it was like the teacher was there. Boom, he was like dragged out. So yeah, beheadings and porn in primary school probably also wasn't a key advantage.
Well, it's honestly, like with some people, like you got Casey that I have known since 9th grade, and he's always been into violent like anime and things like that. Like I was never into anime, so that was like not my outlet. My shit was way back, like talking grade school and watching like. So we had Faces of Death around the top of the movie store, and I don't know why. I was just like, I want to see those. It's got skulls on it. I want to see it. It says it's banned from TV. I want to see it.
Yeah.
And my mom had zero problems or qualms. She was like, okay, well, if you say you want to see it, the reason it's up there is so kids can't reach that shit.
There's a reason it's rated fucking XXX or rated R or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Casey's a legend, man. Casey's yeah. Casey's a mad dog.
Well, I know he's affiliated with what DJ Eris and stuff, and y'all did a track together, right?
Yes, sir. I fucking love that song. That was oh man, I fucking love that song. Trap step with bars, man. Fucking because I actually listen to trap step and like chill step. In my like, if I'm just chilling at home, I'll listen to like that kind of dance music or like electronic dance music, and you know, obviously I love listening to hip hop, but I like the feelings that you get from those kind of beats. Like those kind of beats, you don't need lyrics. Like you get certain feelings from the melody and from like it takes you on a bit of a roller coaster. And I reckon that shit's mad. And then I've always had in my head, I've been always thinking like, fuck, you know, doing bars like having hip hop on top of hip hop vocals on top of these kind of beats would be dope. And then when the opportunity came about, and DJ Eris was like, "Yo, quick collab if you can. Here's the beat." I heard the beat and I was like, "Man, this is exactly what I listen to," which is so separate from hip hop, but let's relate it. And yeah, it came out really good. Eris is a mad cunt.
I mean, I think it comes from like, you know, that mix in styles. I think it comes from, you know, being able to adapt and not being stuck in the same lane. Like, I think so many people are stuck in the same lane, and it kind of gets monotonous. Like, even some of my favorite artists, like, if they don't change it up a little bit, like, it just gets stale, and that's where people wandering.
Well, that's what I figured, and riding to that beat, because it's so different. Like riding to hip hop beats is you know, you got your 16 bar hooks, verses. So it's pretty easy to write to, and like the beat stays the same. The beat doesn't really alter much. So it's very easy. Like it's clearly segmented. So I'm like, all right, this is the verse. I'm just gonna write my 16. And whereas with that beat, it kind of the verse where I wrote to kind of goes up and down, and it changes, and then you got the hook part, and it's kind of it's harder to identify where I should be writing and where I should be spitting, and so it was a different way of writing. I had to keep restarting the beat, and then like write a bit more, and then restart the beat, and then write the next bit, and it was difficult, but it ended up coming out real good. I was very happy with that one. So
I mean,
yeah, but you're right.
I was super hype on it.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it, man. Thanks heaps. Eris got some cool beats.
Well, I seen him in the comment, and he said, "You killed it," pun intended. I mean, because you really did. I mean, you came in and you surprised me, which is something that I say. My favorite artists, the people that I like to listen to, is every time they come out with a new song, then I go, "That's my favorite. Like, that's my new favorite." And that was definitely one of those times where it was like, yo, you reinvented, and you already did that with the Heist track, which was, you know, like, I hadn't heard you spit just so fucking clean with that one. Like, you came with the fire on that shit, and you know, you and Max Osama, big ups.
Damn, Max is the man.
Max is the fucking man, and they never stops working. That's the real deal. Like, that man just I don't even know if he sleeps. He's Tyler Durden in this bitch.
No, 100%, man. He might low key have like a fucking crack addiction. Nah, not really, but he he's got such a good work ethic, and I just love he's like rock solid fucking mind state. Like, there's no stopping that man. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's what it takes to be successful, or do you think that that's what it takes? It's just a personality type.
Yeah, I think everyone has different personalities, obviously, but he's got a good. I feel like he's got a good formula. It's working well for him, and when I see his posts and shit, it's just like inspirational. I'm like, you know, and I remember for his birthday, I reached out to him and I was like, you know, fuck, you're a legend, man. Fucking here's to another year of, you know, being a fucking dope rapper and inspiring other people around you and being positive, and he hit me with like some mad some big ups as well. And yeah, it's just like it's good to have people like that around. Yeah, it's definitely good to have those kind of people around, so we can keep evolving and keep leveling up together. So yeah, that's why I appreciate you for hooking us up and introducing me to him. And yeah, also man, big ups to you just for hooking me up with a whole bunch of artists on the other side of the pond there, and obviously like artists over here who've I've been interacting with, and yeah, it's just mad. It's a cool community you got going, man. So obviously you can tell you got the mad passion for it, and you got the drive, obviously, and that's why we're doing this right now. So big ups to you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother, because like that's honestly, it's just what I am passionate about. You hit it right on the head. I love seeing artists come together and make something, like regardless of if it's hip hop or reggae or fucking jazz fusion fucking punk. I don't give a shit. If it's something that you can see the passion, you can hear it, it's all good. Like I love hearing that process. I love being a part of that process and the creation process. And if you could just hook two people up, fuck, good to go. Like I had to do very little work in that. Good to go.
Oh yeah. Nah. Max just sent, like for instance, the heist track. Max initiated it, and then fucking boom, and then I wrote a verse, and then he wrote a verse, and I wrote a verse. So yeah, it's actually a pretty long track, that one, isn't it? It's like 4 verses worth.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's probably. I think that one comes in at like 4:30 or 4:45, one of the two.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
That's a very long track, but honestly, like when you got the time to be able to do that, like on a concept album, I think that's why I like concept albums so much. Is that you have a lot of opportunity to show your artistic side, like and be able to express a lot without worrying about the 2 minute and 30-second fucking average. It's just like whatever I want to say is there, and that's we got. I think there's 3 songs so far on that album, the Heist that's coming out. I think there's 3 songs that are over 4 minutes. One of them is 6:30.
Oh, for real. Yeah, interesting. Hey, because like I know when I talk to people, like when I'm linking up with different people, like doing collabs and shit, it is a very big thing. Like, all right, let's get the song started. Like, let's not have an intro. Let's just kick the song straight off right from the start. So, people's attention spans these days. I think making music is different these days compared to what it was like even like 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, because of like you could let the intro roll out and like let people absorb the song and catch a good feel of like what the vibe is. But these days, people swipe. So you want something bang straight off the bat. But it depends how you're making music. Like you want music, obviously you want to catch the attention of the audience, but at the same time you want to do the music your own way as well, and how you like to listen to music. So yeah, lots of factors.
Yeah, but what would have happened if what is it? Dance with the Devil was a 2 minute and 30-second song? That would not have had the impact that it did. It's 20 years later, literally 20 years later, and people are still going, "Yo, that song, like that is the song."
Yes. It's the best. It's the best storytelling, and it's just so grim, and it's so fucking brutal. I love that shit. Yeah, I remember listening to like Immortal Technique and Vinny Paz and all those underground Ill Bill and all them dudes. I remember seeing Dance with the Devil when it was the views were like fuck all. Like the views were like, and it had already been out for ages before I'd heard it. And the views were like maybe like I don't know 10,000 or one of the YouTube videos. And you look at it now, it's got like it's deep in the millions. And like TikTok as well. Like TikTok, it shows up on TikTok all the time. Like chicks, like young chicks who are fucking, lip syncing it and like dancing their little booties around to it. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is what we're talking about.
I mean, that. You bring up a funny point because, like, I actually had that issue in the past where I don't make music for dancing. I don't make music for, like, going out to the club in. Like, it was just literally I was doing more storytelling and more, just trying to get the vibe going. Oh,
sure.
Shit.
Yeah.
I hear you're echoing on there. Hold on 1 second. Let me try and fix that real quick. It just got brought to my attention. All right, let's see. How about now? And how the half the screen just went out. Good. Bam. Do they prescribe that readily over there? What the fuck? I'm actually unfamiliar with that one. No, no, we don't have milk over here. No, I was saying like the Pinadol. Yeah, no, we don't. I've never heard about it. Yeah.
I think well, that's ibuprofen. I think so. Panadol is like, I think it's similar. It's just some weak shit. Ibuprofen's probably better. Um,
I mean,
but yeah,
anti-inflammatory.
Panadol's just some weak shit. Yeah, this is like meant to be it like blocks the receptors, but like on such a low level. Um, maybe if you're starting to get like a light headache, maybe if you're starting to get like a very mild headache and it's just kind of annoying, you might have a Panadol and it might do something. But if you got fucking severe fucking your head's pounding and you know your throat's killing you every time you swallow, you got fucking blood in your mouth, the Panadol is going to do nothing for you. So codeine became prescription only, I think, like 5 or 10 years ago. I don't know, but yeah, man, codeine's the fucking goods, man. One or two of them bad boys, your eyes start drooping and you feel like you're on fucking Pluto. Like, yeah, and your pain goes away. Boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the
I'll have a.
I don't know if it was like in the States, but people definitely abusing it. And even before it was, for instance, like codeine was over the counter or off the shelf or whatever you want to call it, they'd still check your ID because I think what people were doing was they'd go to one pharmacy, get a whole bunch, go to the next pharmacy, get a whole bunch, you know what I mean? And then, and I think as well, if you get those tablets, you can do some kind of extraction method where you can fucking extract the actual opiate, the raw opiate out. And because the problem with the codeine and the one when we get it over here, it's mixed with paracetamol. Oh yeah, paracetamol. That's what Panadol is, by the way. It's paracetamol. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's obviously if you have too much Panadol, oh sorry, too much paracetamol, it it fucks your stomach or it fucks your busts like your liver or something. I can't remember. Yeah, so people will extract the codeine and yeah, smash it like that. But now, what kind of epidemic do you have there with like all the strong stuff?
I don't know anybody that doesn't. Um, I don't know anybody at all that doesn't know somebody that wasn't, um, killed from the epidemic. Like the literally, I mean,
Are you talking about like fentanyl as well?
I mean everything. I mean anything. That's a synthetic opioid,
Yeah,
and like that was just. I mean that put it way up. You know, it's like just like you said with the Advil versus a fucking an actual like Loratab or some shit like that. Like it
yeah,
the strength of it was absolutely insane. Like we were seeing like
yeah,
it went from okay, like these people were doing like essentially they were doing blues like Roxy's and Oxycontin and things like that.
Yeah.
They just needed to, because they were switching over to heroin, honestly, because it was just cheaper at some point. And then
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
yeah, fucking, it was insane to watch. I mean, because I'm in Florida, so we were the pill mill for the whole freaking country. Like everybody came here specifically for the, like, you would have bus loads of people come from other states just to like,
The way you are.
yeah, like directly to where I mean, just the whole entire state. Huh?
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Dope Sick is a great show on it, and it's on Hulu,
Yeah.
and that shit covers it very well. Like how it was a planned and it was a planned effort essentially, like from the Sackler family, and they one of the richest companies, they own Bear and things like that, and they brought this out and they said they, you know, do you guys have the pain scale over there where it's like you look up on, your doctor will ask you, it's like, oh well, how do you feel, and you look up on the wall and it's like 1 through 5, I think, or 1 through 10, and it's like a sad or happy face, then it's just it goes down. No,
I've never seen it. Never seen it here. No.
that was one of their marketing ploys to just get it to where, okay, well, are you happy or are you not happy? And if you're not happy, then they need pain meds, and they were just over prescribing.
But easily, yeah, that's crazy, man. And yeah, they fucking make a killing doing that shit. Like, fuck, how much money are you gonna make?
Billions.
Forking that shit out to everyone.
Billions.
And it's addictive as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they know that. I mean, they literally chemically engineered it to be as addictive as possible, and they put it in the formats.
Yeah.
And they said, you know, when people would eventually, they're gonna want to scale up, like, oh, their pain is coming back. So what do they tell the doctors? They're like, oh well, if their pain is coming back, then they need more. All you got to do is double the dose. What? That doesn't seem safe.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, just double the dose.
And it's like, it makes you constipated. It makes you lose your appetite. If you take it for ages, because I had back-to-back surgeries last year, and I remember I was on codeine and endones for probably, I think like 2 months it was, and I was having them every day. I was just pumping them, and yeah, fuck me dead, man. Like coming off it, mad brain fog. Like you can't think straight. You get depressed. Fucking yeah, it's just bad, man. But like, it's fun when you're on it. Like, yeah, I guess you just never get off it if you become addicted to it.
Yeah, I mean that's how everybody that I know, they didn't just like randomly start like asking for fucking pills. It just, they either had a tooth surgery or they had a backache or whatever the fuck that the doctor prescribed for, and then that's what started it. They're like, oh fuck, this is fun. I can get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then it just goes all the way downhill.
But in terms of the fentanyl use in, like, well, not use, but like, I know
you're breaking up a little bit.
People were like cutting their fucking coke with fentanyl to if you add way to like sell drugs, because then your fucking clientele are dying. Like, wouldn't you like mix it with something which is, you know, like paracetamol, fluff up the coke with a bit of paracetamol rather than fucking fentanyl? Like, it just doesn't even make sense.
It makes zero sense. It's actually, they're finding it in fucking weed now. Like, they're putting it in weed, and I don't understand the logic in that. Like, okay, nobody's trying to get that fucked up.
That doesn't make sense.
We're trying to go, you know, we're trying to live a daily life. You can't be nodding out and fucking, you know, like, I just smoked a joint. What the fuck? And you, but no, it's, I mean, fentanyl.
I'm gonna go watch my kiddies. I'm gonna go watch my kiddies rehearse at their school and go watch their little graduation. And you can sit there in the crowd just fucking.
Yo, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, that's wild, man.
I laugh because it's like, it's a serious fucking situation, and like, honestly, if I didn't laugh, I'd fucking cry at that shit, because it is so many people that I know have been affected by it, and like, you know, it took my little brother, like he died of an overdose, and it was that was 2016, man, and that was hard, because, you know, I mean, honestly, I've done a lot. I'm not even gonna like try and hide it. I've done a shit ton of drugs. And I don't have a problem. Like, I don't have a problem admitting it, because I'm on the other side of it now. And like,
yeah, sure.
And that was also fucking, you know, younger years. And that shit was
sure.
I mean, shit, I'll still hit some acid, no problem. DMT, absolutely. But
straight up the ass.
I think, yeah. See, you know how it's done.
Yeah.
but really, I think that it's really just a. Um, at the time, I think it was escapism. Like back in the day, I think you're trying to escape and trying to, get away from the whatever life you're living. Because I don't think anybody that's like
Yeah.
healthy and has a great life is like, just fucking nodding out on a daily. Like I think that it has to go somewhere.
100%.
There has to have some type of root core, like some type of trauma or something like that. Like I don't know. I've seen though, because it's so addictive. I've seen people that were, fucking model citizens, so to say, turn into just complete, just goo. Just fucking. That's all they're gonna do until they fucking. Eventually, you don't see any old, fentanyl addicts. Like you see a bunch of crackheads even live for a fucking long time. You can watch them motherfuckers just keep going, but.
Yeah, like their face shrinks in and shit, and like their teeth fall out, but they're still going.
Yeah, they're still alive and they're still fucking in your backyard trying to steal shit.
Yeah.
but like, they, you just don't see a bunch of these, and I don't understand even from a like a greedy ass pharmaceutical company why they would want to kill their consumer. The only thing I can think is it's either population control or it's the fucking Chinese getting back at us for for the opium wars. And that was Britain, so y'all take that shit over there. But
nah, fuck. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows what's going on in the upper echelons of the governments and behind closed doors, which we have no intel about. We have no real way of knowing besides, little conspiracy theories that we that circulate. But it's wild, man. I used to focus so much on that kind of shit, and it used to like get me fucking mad, like depressed, and thinking about like I'd always bring it up at really inappropriate times as well, like talking about fucking conspiracy theories to like talking about the World Trade Centers, buildings collapsing, 9/11 terrorist attacks, and I look around and I'm at a dinner with like my my partner at the time and her family, which are all like law-abiding citizens and completely switched on, and here I am, some fucking strung out crackhead cunt cracking on about fucking the Twin Towers and fucking Building 7 and all this shit, Building 11 or what the fuck it was. I don't know, man.
And that's it's a real thing that people that are conspiracy theorists, the reason that even came about was back in when it actually came out around the time of JFK. And like that was their way of labeling people as crazy. Oh, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. And then all these conspiracy theories, they end up, it takes time, but eventually it's like, oh no, that's true. The whole chemtrails. Come on, man, chemtrails alone. It's like, no, you guys are crazy. We're not putting shit in the atmosphere. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh yeah, no, we're doing that.
Yeah, for sure. And then they just try to sweep it under the rug. Mm-hmm. They don't circulate it anymore. It's fucked. But of course, like, what do you think? What do you think those guys have our interests, our best interests at heart, or do you think they're just trying to make money and fucking, continue the agendas which they so desperately need to progress?
Well, honestly, if I'm being real, I really think that it is almost all of the governments have been infiltrated over time, and it's just a matter of it being. All right, you guys, just chill. We can keep everything going, but there's way too many fucking people here, so we need to kind of bring that number back a little bit, and we get to pick who it is. So let's pick a group, pick a affiliation, whatever.
Let's pick the lowest class.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Always pick the lowest class because, of course, they don't want that to keep proliferating. Oh God, I hate that word. Proliferating through society. They don't want that mentality. They don't want they just want subservient people that are just like, hey, I want to do my 9 to 5 and get the fuck out. Our education system, I don't know if y'all's is the same. Like ours is made to create workers. We know that the Rockefellers literally made our education just to make workers for that class of people.
Not to be freely thinking so much, but to be more design you from 9 till 3. That's the shit. That's your school hours, because that's the same as work hours. I know what you're saying, man. Yeah, get everyone into that kind of mode of working.
Do y'all speaking of, do y'all do 40-hour work weeks?
Yeah. Okay. 37.5. Yeah.
Okay, 37.5. What about, are you guaranteed vacation?
Yeah, yeah. Depends where you work. But yeah, you have to have like I think 2 weeks minimum a year, or but most places try and do a bit more than that. I think.
It makes sense. Like treat your workers. I look at Europe when it comes to their work, not ethic, but just Spain. They take the siesta. Like that's
Yeah,
at like what 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They're like, you know what? I think it's time for a nap, you guys. Let's reconvene about 5, 6. Sound good? Yeah, sure.
that's good. That'll keep your productivity up because
Yes.
who wants to be stuck in a fucking building for 8 hours? And yeah, he's gonna get bored there. Like it didn't, being stuck in a building. Like even if you're doing something that you probably love, you're gonna want to fucking get the fuck out of there at some point. You're not gonna want to sit there for 8 hours straight. Maybe 4 or 5 hours, and get the fuck out of there for a bit. Makes sense.
How many people that love their job though? Like, just being real, like how many people actually like their job?
Yeah, it is like that. It's just a means of making money, and it'd be cool to make money off a different avenue, really, as opposed to going to your 9 to 5 and being like, well, this is the rest of my life working for this other motherfucker who, you know, they're driving around in Lambos and Ferraris and shit, but
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah, I mean they made their money off of your back. That's literally what they're doing, and they're going.
Yeah,
You know what? I mean, there's worker bees, and there's the ones that are and everybody does have their place. I can't say that we could all sustain. Everybody's running around in a fucking Lambo. Everybody's got a private
yeah, not
jet. Like
everyone.
we couldn't sustain
Yeah,
that. We know that. Um,
yeah,
but like my son, he
but
had a
yeah,
problem with it. He had a really big problem uh, with capitalism in general. Like he thought that capitalism
mm,
was the enemy. He's like, dude, okay, so I understand that you can be rich, but why do you need to be Bill Gates rich? Why do you need to be Bezos rich? Like, why can't
yeah,
that be redistributed? And I was like, because they earned it, right? Like, if they, and when I say
yeah,
earned
for
it,
sure,
I have to put quotations around that earned it because, like, obviously other people earned it for them, you know?
for sure, for sure.
But at the same
Yeah,
time,
it's a
I'm not
trip
going to
out.
stop somebody. Like if every single person started listening to buying the Killist single, and please go out and do that. Yes, um, if they were to do that,
Yeah,
then you would end up being richer and richer and richer. At what point are you like, you know what? This is too much, you guys. I don't want
that's
this.
enough money. Yeah,
That's enough money for
you're
today.
not gonna be like that. Yeah, 100%, man. No, you're not gonna be fucking. How's this for a stat? Um, Hesh posted recently that I think he had something like seven. How many million views? Did you see that post from Hesh? Something like 7 million views or something on Spotify, or maybe it was more. Maybe I'm tripping, but 6 grand was the profit from that.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I mean
so
that's
6 grand. But if you think about it, and then you think about how much money old mate would have made from selling CDs and selling merch and that kind of stuff, it trumps it by far. So
by a hell of a
um,
lot.
yeah, yeah, for real.
I constantly think
So
about that. You obviously, if somebody offered you a deal, would you be open to a record deal?
I always think about that. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on the terms, but
Absolutely.
I know a lot of those contracts are kind of shady as fuck.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, they're made the house always wins type situation. Like
Yeah.
they're definitely trying
So
to make it
and
in their favor.
and I feel like but at the end of the day, my kind of music's all fucked up anyway. It's not mainstream music. I don't know who would be what kind of company would be willing. I guess there are places like like what's Tech Nine's
Yeah, strange,
label.
strange.
Yeah, Strange. I guess that there is a market for it, but I don't think I'd have some like mainstream kind of company coming, hey, the heinous lyricist, he talks about bloody tampons and menstrual flows, and hey, do you want some money, and we're gonna make some mainstream music. All you got to do is change your style just a little bit. I'm like, brother, ew, brother, ew.
Yo, that's
Nah, yeah, nah,
if you making people make the stank face, then you know that you're doing good music. Like that's the biggest compliment that another
yeah,
musician can give me is like they like, oh, what the fuck? But I
Oh
love that
man.
shit. Whether it's a funky ass beat that's playing or they are just completely appalled by what it is I'm saying, I'm goody with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And people need to understand as well that you say shit in the rhymes. I like to say shit for a reaction, and yeah. And I'm glad that a lot of people do understand that. It's just a shame that some people don't. And it's not a shame for me. It's a shame for them because, like, I guess they've got a very offended mind. Their mind can be easily offended and disgusted. But yeah, we'll keep pushing the good music that we like.
Yeah. That's what it's about, is pushing the good shit. Like DJ Ayers was just saying. Said you can make it somewhere on your own, but it's just a hell of a lot of work.
Yeah, 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 for real. Yeah, it's important to have a good team and like-minded people around you who are all pushing towards something similar as well. So yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um, but yeah, no, I've just dropped the old Heinous Mind 2025
Fuck yes.
EP. So that one is in the bank now, and I was gonna start on a EP with the Heist folks, and that is in my sights. I do plan to do that very soon, but in the meantime, the company who's sponsoring me, XWO, No World Order, which fits very well to what we are just talking about. Um, they actually, the guy behind that actually makes dance music and dance beats.
Hell yeah.
And it turns out I hit him up and I was like, bro, have you got any instrumentals? He didn't even think to ask me if I wanted to use his beats, but he sent me some of his beats, and straight up, I hit up my mate, Mr. Zero, who I make music with. And he was like, yeah, let's do an EP. So we're focusing on that now. So I'm already 2 songs done out of the 4 songs. So we're going to have a new EP, like probably we're going to start dropping singles probably in a month. So yeah, that's the next step. But then at the same time, Maggot Mouth and me are doing a single. It's called Bad Trip, and it's perfectly up my alley because we've all had a bad trip before. So yeah, talking shit about horrible things occurring, shitting the bed, and fucking a whole bunch of nonsense. And yeah, that's a very fun one. That's a very fun track. So
Yeah, shit in the bed. Everybody
yeah,
loves
man.
that.
Oh, mate, shooting the shits. That's what we do, baby.
That's right. We're shooting the shits
Shooting the,
literally.
yeah.
Shit
I'm
in the
in bed right
sheets.
now. Like I've actually shit my pants right now. No, but yeah, no, it's fucking fun, man. I just love all this music shit, man. Like, I don't even know what I was doing in my spare time before I fell in love with the music again. Like, I feel like what the fuck was I doing? Like, maybe I think I was playing some video games
Yep.
and shit, but like, yeah,
What
it's
did it?
consuming.
What did it? Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, though. It becomes passion versus interest. Like, yeah. I mean, I like video games when I was playing them. Like, they were fun, but it's a
Yeah,
hell of a lot more gratifying to make music, make stuff that I want to listen to, that I want to share with people, that I'm
yeah,
proud to share with people, and
yeah, fucking
like that shit actually. So you play video games, you got a trophy, a digital trophy at the end of it. Doesn't mean
yeah,
shit. Like, kill death ratio that might be nice, but that's really it. Like, you can't really share that with people because they'll be like, all right, cool. Like, well, I guess now you can't
it's a
because
good
like
way to
Twitch.
pass time. Yeah, like you can spend time playing video games and you have gratification like right there and now. But I feel like there's so many steps involved with making music. For instance, like I enjoy the writing process. I really love my weird habit is getting into a like a hot bath, like a hot bath, and I jump in there and I've got my UE boom, my speaker, I crank the instrumental, and I just write for an hour. And I don't know what it is. I think it might be the endorphins you get from the heat, and I don't know what it is, but I tend to write my best shit when I'm in a hot bath.
Yo,
And
I,
that's one part of the process, And sometimes you might sit down to write, and you might not come up with anything decent, but you just know it's the process. Like, I used to get frustrated if I'd sit down and I'd start to write and I wouldn't get much. I might get a couple of lines and I'd be like, fuck, like what a shitty writing session. But then the next time I sit down for a writing session, I'll smash an entire verse, which I'm extremely happy with, like a perfect verse in my opinion. in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's just part of the process. And, you know, then you got the other parts of the process, like you got to find the beats. So then you're like constantly listening to beats, and you know that might not be as fun as playing a video game, because playing video games you're getting all these kills and you're getting all the adrenaline because fucking all the colors are going off and you're fucking headshot, taking out team wipes and squad wipes and shit. But then it stops there. You turn off the PlayStation, I swear it stops there.
Yeah.
And then at least with the music shit, you've always got a product to look back on at the end of the day. You've collabed with people, you've met new people, and it's just it's a good exercise from start to finish, really.
Would you say that would you say that anybody is capable of doing that? Like anybody's capable of creating music?
Nah, I don't think so. No, everyone's different, and it has to be something which you're passionate about. And I don't know. Yeah, nah, not everyone. It's like same. Not everyone's built to be a boss of a organization. Like you need good organizational skills. You need great time management. You need to be a great communicator. You know, you need a whole bunch of assets and personal attributes which will put you there. But with the creative genius, I swear, like, yeah, not everyone has it. Some people aren't naturally creative, and yeah, I just feel like, and a lot of people are creative, but they just don't know what to create, or they don't know what they're creating, or they've never kind of put themselves in the position to create. So that's why I feel like it's a very select few, and everyone's fucking crazy. Everyone who creates music is fucking insane, as you well know.
Yeah, every single one. I have not met a sane musician yet. Like I've met some that were really nice, and they're really nice people, but they still were crazy. They still you get past the surface, and they are crazy as shit. It's always the normal ones that are the most crazy.
Yeah, everyone's tapped, man, and I feel like. Rachel? Ain't that right, Rachel?
Yeah, our she knows a bunch of musicians as well. She was a production assistant for the Heist video when we were doing it, and you know when you know a bunch of creatives, you just know how crazy it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've ever been in a room full of creatives, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, yeah, I know, right? So here's an interesting thing, like what's it called? Fucking, what's that disorder? Personality.
Oh, MPD, like fucking... MPD, like multiple personality disorder.
No, the other one. Borderline, BPD, borderline personality disorder. I'm not going to start name dropping because obviously everyone who has this shit that I know, they talk about it openly anyway. But I don't like to outline it about people. But I'd never heard of that mental illness until I started making music, and then I started linking up with artists. And then one of them, who's someone I work very closely with, had BPD, and they were telling me all about BPD, borderline personality disorder. I was like, fucking hell, man, that sounds fucking crazy. Like, 1 second, you're fucking angry at the world, you fucking hate the world, you want to fucking kill yourself, you know, and then the next minute, you feel like you're not worthy, and then when you're in love with someone, like, you kind of push them away, and all this kind of shit, and then when you are happy, it's like an uncontrollable happy that, and then you forgive and you forget. I don't know, like, it's just a range of fucking crazy emotions. And I was like, all right, that's pretty bad. And then I met a few other people who also have BPD, and then I met someone else who has BPD. Turns out it's only artists. It's only fucking people who I've met in the rap game who have BPD.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, so it sounds a lot. I mean, that's essentially bipolar, only it's to the extreme. Like it's to the extreme where it's almost a different personality. Like you have multiple personalities, and you'd be like, you know, that's it's a
linked very tightly with schizophrenia and ADD and all the, you know, depression and anxiety. It's all fucking just different variants and shit.
Yeah, and which ones are you inoculated against? Which ones are you not? And which ones are you susceptible to? I always wonder about that, like, because me personally, I have a mild case of schizophrenia. You know, only hear voices some of the times. But I mean, literally, like, it's a real thing. Like, but it's not. In my case, I haven't ever lost reality, but I have seen many people with schizophrenia that lose reality, and that's my biggest fear. I can't even. I've been on, you know, lots of acid, lots of shrooms, never lost reality.
Yeah.
Like one bit. Like
Okay.
I know where I'm
Yeah.
at. I know what's going on. But if you say,
Yeah.
you know, fucking DMT, nah, I don't know where I am. I am in another universe. I don't think that's the same.
Yeah. You have to be like you meant to be careful if you have schizophrenia, aren't you, when you're experimenting with different substances,
Yes.
because they can all take you away.
Absolutely, and
But
they can erase the fucking the reality and go here. I've just now they're always after. It's always paranoia. Did you notice that? Like schizophrenia is almost always a paranoid thing where
yeah,
it's like they're gonna get me, and then I can hear them. They're in the fucking bushes over there. Like it's always almost
yeah,
like a tweaker, only like
yeah, 100%.
they're not coming out of
And
it, and they didn't have to do anything for it.
it's weird how weed will exacerbate that. Like weed is different for everyone. I do believe that like me for instance, like if I get blazed, I can't write music because I
Really?
just obsess over the one line that I've written.
Yeah.
Whereas other, you know what I mean, and even in terms of like having like conversations with people, like I just go fully internal, and I just want to chill and do my own thing. I want to be left the fuck alone, and I just want to be at peace, and I enjoy that. But other people get blazed, and it fires up their creativity, and they can like make fucking do whatever. Like I used to have friends who'd go to college blazed like 24/7 and get
Yeah.
great grades.
That's me.
Me, I nearly failed college because I was blazing too much. So it's kind of like, yeah, everyone's different. Everyone handles things differently, and yeah. So that's good that you're all schizoed up and you can fucking still enjoy the good stuff as well. So
I mean,
hats off to you.
it definitely helps. Because I call it the reset. Like, because every so often having a good trip, like I'd say, once to probably more than once, probably 2 to 3 times a year of having a really strong trip, even if I'm, not doing it on a regular, not going to festivals, because it's
Yeah.
guaranteed to happen if I go to a festy. But
Sure.
if there's nothing going on, and I still like 2 to 3 times a year just to clear the mind and reset and get some outside perspective, because most people are
Sure.
not self-aware, like especially artists are not self-aware.
Yeah.
We all have dreams of
Yeah.
grandeur, and yeah, well, I like this shit, so obviously everybody's gonna like it. I'm gonna be the next Drake. It's like, bro, you make horrorcore. I don't think that the
Yeah.
bubblegum pop kids are gonna want to hear it.
Exactly. And what we're saying as well, rap is a specific genre. You got hip hop, and then you got the like lyricist type shit, like where people emphasize the lyrics
Yes.
and the rhyming schemes and all that kind of shit. But then on top of that specific crowd, then you've got horrorcore, which is specifically about gnarly themes, death and brutality and fantasy and that kind of shit. So yeah, you have to be especially fucked up in the head to enjoy that kind of shit.
I mean, you just gotta like story time, man. That's all it is. You gotta like
Yeah.
story time, and you like action movies, no problem. Especially in America, like every action movie is fucking death and destruction, and yet if you rap about
Yeah.
it, you are crazy. What are you doing?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think America has a big appetite for horrorcore compared to like Australia or other countries.
I think that's accurate, but
So
I
yeah,
also think that Germany, and let me see, Germany, Spain, and like Portugal, like those are countries that
yeah,
eat that shit up all day. And
yeah.
it's
It's funny. I've had randoms come on my YouTube. Hey, horrorcore, Aussie horrorcore, big love from Germany, all this kind of shit. Yeah, yeah. I have noticed that a little bit. Europeans tend to be pretty fucking tapped, enjoy that kind of shit.
Yeah, which me personally, I grew up a juggalo. Like I grew up listening to ICP, and I was
Yeah,
12 when I was introduced to him, and I thought it was the funniest fucking shit. Like, yeah, they talk about
yeah,
some absurd shit, but it was for entertainment. For entertainment, like that's
yeah,
what it was. It was.
yeah,
It wasn't me going like obsessing over being like a fucking weirdo. Like, there's a lot of
yeah.
those too, though. There's a lot of people that feel
It's a
like
cool.
outcasts.
Yeah, I've always, and even when it's not to do with music, I like characters. I like people who are characters. I like
Yes.
people who stand out from the crowd and more interesting. You know what I mean? Like who want to have a conversation about something more than just the weather. Um, I find
NPCs.
I find that cool. I find that interesting. And like then when you hear rappers specifically who aren't just the kind of, it's good to like relate. Obviously, I've had some criticism where people saying like, you're a fucking, you can rhyme real tight and you sound good on the mic and you've got like awesome multi-syllable rhymes and that, but you're not saying anything which I relate to. Like, say something real. And that's something I just mentioned in the video I just posted recently, was like, that was kind of the inspiration behind my EP, my recent EP, was that like, okay, you want to hear some real shit and you want to hear some like, you know, some stuff that's very dark and very close to heart, and times in my life which was extremely hard to fucking get through. So all right, so I focused on all that kind of shit. That's why I'm talking so much about drug abuse and fucking suicide themes and all that kind of shit, because it's like, all right, this is as real as it gets for me. So fucking, now that I feel like I've got that out of the way though, I can start to go into other forms of music and just keep being creative and keep doing, like, I just like fantasy shit, man. Fantasy, I love fantasy, sci-fi, you know what I mean? Like sci-fi themes of fucking aliens and shit. Like, that's mad. Like, I love that shit. I love to include all that kind of shit in my music.
That's what, honestly, like, it's a really one of the best freestyles I ever heard was Tio Lestat talking about it was, and it's not even recorded. That's the most fucked up thing. There's only two witnesses in the world to it. It's me and Greedy, and we were just sitting there on a random call. I think we were on what was it? It was Twitter Spaces, and we were just in a space, and it was a freestyle gallery, and it was just us three, and we were like, fuck it, it's like, it's fucking like 3 in the fucking morning and shit, and he's like, yo, let me hit that beat. So he puts on the beat, and as he's spitting, he's talking about the difference between the different types of aliens, where they came from, how they interacted with us, and it was a freestyle. And when he got done with it, because he had mentioned that he wanted to do what's called the ETEP, and I was like, that's fucking dope. It's a concept album and so on. And then he told me that fucking after he got done with it, I was like, bro, we need to record that. When you come down for the suicide sessions, you need to fucking, we're recording the fuck out of that. And he goes, yo, I don't have any idea what I said. Like, that was a freestyle. I was like, bullshit. It was the deepest shit I've ever heard. Was it off its head? Like,
did it look like it? Did it sound like it was some written, like, but it was
the most
purely off the dome?
The most written and intricate lines and rhymes, and the depth of it was like, what the fuck? And you don't,
Dude,
you have
Tio's
no idea.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
He's not Tio's
a fucking
predictable.
Beast, man.
That's what, just like you said, you like people that are original, people that are characters. Fuck, there you go. He is a character like a motherfucker. Which I can say the same thing about you though. Like, you have that outward personality that allows you to be. Do you think that the mask has anything to do with that? Like, the anonymity of it allows you to be crazier without worrying about the repercussion.
I mean, I guess so. I guess. I mean, I think it might have it might have some value there for that. But yeah, like, the way I act here is how I act to people who I hang out with, like, you know what I mean? People who have known me for forever, friends and shit like that. Like, just being one's normal self. But obviously, when you're in public and when you're like around, your kids' parents, your kids' friends' parents, and when I'm around my wife. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna. If anything, it's funny. If anything, the mask is more who I am, and when I take the mask off is when I'm actually fucking, figuratively wearing a mask, because you know what I mean. Like, I'm probably my most real when I'm wearing this mask, to be honest.
That's deep as fuck. Actually, that's actually.
I literally just. As I was saying that, I was like, fuck, it's like that's like some pre-thought out shit. But literally, that's the first time I ever thought of it.
Yo, I mean, talking it out, like talking the logic through things is fucking, it's crucial.
Yeah.
And I think that.
And also, I think the codeines have taken the edge off shit as well. So I'm being quite honest with you here.
No nerves. All right, so ask him about the gay porn. We found it on his computer.
Yeah. What about the mandroids? The mandroids.
Don't mention the mandroids. So like, okay, so let me ask you this then. So if it makes it easier to speak your mind with the mask on, like, is that why because I noticed that about the younger generation, the ones that grew up in school with the COVID restrictions and such, like, they're still rocking that shit. Like, the younger people are rocking that shit. I don't think it has to do with the sanitation of it. Like, I think it has to do with the more of the anonymity, the more of the, oh, you're looking at less of my face.
Yeah.
I can speak freely.
Yeah, you're probably right there, because they just blend in with the crowd. It's just a crowd of faces, which are all the same. And yeah, as you said, they can hide behind the mask, I guess. I mean, yeah, I think you're right, man. But isn't that weird though, when you see people in public who are like still wearing the fucking mask? I can't understand that. But yeah, it's been bred into us now.
Yeah, well, it's politicized, and like if you're on this side, then you're gonna wear a mask. If you're on that side, then you're not gonna wear a mask, because it's just that's
Yeah.
you're not supposed to. Well, I don't give a fuck. If you think that you should, then you should. If you don't think that you should, then you shouldn't. I'm a libertarian like a motherfucker. If it doesn't hurt somebody else or their property, then fucking do it. I don't give a shit. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Big ups to Davis. He said, yo, you got motherfuckers. You got so many people trying to do tracks with you. You got Jay Stu wants to do a track with you. You got DJ Eris over here said you need to do a whole sci-fi album with him. And then he said we need to do just a whole fucking album there. And then we got Davis here. He just he's my production partner and Crucial Shadow Works. And he goes, he just said the same thing. He's like, yo, what's good? Let's get a track going. I'm ready to make them beats. It's like,
oh, for real,
you get a lot of support.
Yeah.
I noticed that is that you have a lot of support. A lot of people fuck with your shit.
No, that's cool, man. And yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of floating around, making my reels off my songs and just doing shorts based on my verses. And I don't know, man. Like, and here's probably a good time to explain myself. I've been meaning a long time to make a video. Actually, Crackerican, you and me spoke about this a while ago, and you said it's probably a good idea to kind of lay down who I am, because I never have really kind of explained to people what my background is and why I'm doing this. So I guess here it is now. It's like I'm in the second phase of my life right now, where, you know, I've lived a fucking I could say a messy, party, dark, not so wholesome lifestyle, you could say. I'm not going to go into all these specifics, but when I was young, I was a dumb cunt. I used to run around like a fucking idiot. And these days though, married, got a child. He's 5 years old. He's a fucking legend. He's my favorite dude in the world. And I'm in a part of my life now where I'm trying to do better for myself in every aspect. I'm trying to get on top of my finance game. I'm trying to level up in my career. I'm trying to be the most present and the best father I can be, because when I was like 5 years old myself, I experienced my father pass away. He died from cancer, and then I was kind of like, I was in a bit of a state there, obviously, and now that my son is 5 years old, you know, if I'm an alcoholic, drinking all the time and out partying and doing this kind of shit, I feel like I may as well be dead to my son as well, because my boy wants to hang out. There's been times in the past where he comes and jumps on the bed and he wants to play with me, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm saying, I was like, mate, you're gonna have to get away from me, man. I'm feeling very sick right now. I don't have any energy. And then I see him leave the room disappointed and like ashamed almost. And, you know, what kind of father is that? So I don't drink anymore. I don't do any drugs anymore. And I've been like, this year, I've been sober all year. In 2023, I took the entire year off drinking alcohol. And that's what got me into my position of making music, was because when I quit drinking alcohol, all my creativity came back, all my like kind of drive and productivity just was flowing out my ass. So I was like, sweet. And then there was a few things that got me back into rhyming, a few catalysts. But anyway, that's what I'm doing these days. So when I make music about fucked up shit or experiences, or talking about things where you know, drugs and being in the streets doing dumb shit, like, I can rap that kind of stuff because I've lived that kind of stuff. I've been there, I've done that. You're going to start to hear music from me soon, which is regarding evolution and regarding, you know, like, I I ran a marathon recently. I'm trying to keep up with my fitness, and I'm trying to better myself now. But I love the darkness because it's a part of me. I've gone through so much darkness. I've been there in the trenches. I've got a weird head, man. Like my brain, the kind of dreams that I have some nights, like fucking horror films, like, and to the point I wake up and I'm like, fuck, that was twisted, like, and I'm almost concerned, but then I'm like, whatever, it's just a dream. It's just how my brain works. So
I'm
yeah,
almost
so
concerned.
almost concerned, but I've been this way for a long time. Sleep paralysis, like, man, sleep paralysis is some
Ooh.
fucking messed up shit.
Yo.
Bad trips on drugs. Um, man, like I could go into some specific stories, but I feel like that's where I'm at. And people might look at me and go, "What's the fucking go with this guy? He makes music about death and fucking demons and shit." But then you see him on his Instagram story, and he's just running around with his poodle. Like, what? The guy's running with a fucking. He's in some kind of fitness regime with his fucking poodle. So I don't know, man. Like,
That
that's
dog's a
kind
shit,
of
though.
it's a weird scenario.
That dog is a
Where I
shit.
am.
I'm just saying, that motherfucker's running around with a fucking AR. I've seen it.
Oh man, yeah, I love that guy, man. He's a 2-part standard poodle. That's why he's big, and he's 1 part golden retriever. He's a groodle, and yeah, he's a fucking lovable bastard. He's a good family dog, and you know what I mean. That's what I wanted, is a nice family dog. He's there for the family. So
I've never,
yeah,
I've
he's
never,
a good boy.
I've only ever had, literally in my adult life, I've only ever had pit bulls, and that's not, it's because personally, I think that a dog should have a purpose. Now, I know that there's, lovers, and that's what they're there for. They're there to love on, but like, I at least want you to be able to fucking bark when somebody comes in and intimidate them in some way. Like, don't just be like, hey, they got a dog, spush it. Like, just step on that motherfucker and he's done. Like, the Chihuahua serves zero purpose.
Yeah, they're just little fucking egomaniac psychopaths.
Yeah.
Which if they went ham on you, like if they went as hard as possible, you would barely have a paper cut. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're getting love in the comments here. We said Chris Kanzi was like, Chris, another Chris said, everyone wants a piece of Killist. He said, as long as you just keep being you, the audience will find you, and he believes in your talent, which is just, I mean, it's
legend.
overwhelming, like overwhelming support every single time I hear anything about
Thank you
when
so
you're
much.
brought up. It's just people going, that motherfucker's awesome, and it's in different ways. It's whether it's through conversation, like when they actually sit down and have a conversation with you, it's a completely different experience because they don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I guess that's it. And I've dealt with obviously you got haters and shit. Everyone's got haters, and I just don't give them energy. Like, yeah, it's just like, fuck whatever. I don't have time to fucking go backwards and forwards. And I feel like that's a lot of people's downfall is when they get some negative attention, they tend to feed into it, and then they fucking spend like literally, like, how much energy have you got in a day? You got 100 bars of energy. Use the 100 bars of energy on things that are worthwhile, family and work and things that are progressing you. And if you're going to spend 50 bars of your energy fucking going back and forth with some fucking nobody loser online who's probably upset because he's fucking, I don't know, he was molested or some shit, like, mate, that's pretty rough. But you're not getting any of my energy. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's just
Trolls.
like, fuck
That's
off.
what they feed off of. That's the toll. You got to
Yeah.
pay them your emotional toll to get to get through them. But you don't even have to. You could just literally ignore them and walk by. Like, you don't have to fucking sit there and entertain them, because really that's
Yeah,
all they're looking for. They're
100%.
looking for somebody to entertain them. It's like, fuck you, bitch.
And
Go
then
entertain yourself.
yeah, no, exactly right. And then the other funny thing as well is because of my music, they're like, "Oh, you reckon you're fucking hard, huh? You reckon you're hard? Have you ever exchanged steel with someone? You want to get fucking stabbed?" And I'm like, "Yeah, cool story, bro. Next." But yeah, I had one guy. He was like, "Wait, your dog's a fucking pussy, dude. Your dog's fucking shit." I'm like, "Yeah, fuck, he is a pussy." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not out here saying he's a fucking wolf. Like, he's a pussy ass fucking dog. He's exactly the kind of dog that I want.
That's
When
exactly
I get
it.
walking with my dog.
You picked that motherfucker,
Yeah.
and it's not a reflection of you. It's literally just a reflection of what you want in your family, in your
Yes.
home. Like, fuck.
I mean, it would be dope to have a fucking, you know what I mean, like some kind of black German Shepherd or something with like wolf fangs like that big, and yeah, that'd make for a cool photo shoot. But yeah, that's not my priority right now. My priority is you know, my family and being a good person, and I make music on the side. I wish I had more time to make more music. I wish I had more money to put into music, because you know, everyone here online is like all these artists and everything, right? Everyone puts their money into the music. I can afford like a fucking small amount of money to go towards my music, so that goes towards beats and maybe some you know, some studio time here and there. That's where my music goes. I don't promote my music in terms of in money. Like I don't have
Yeah.
coin to throw into my songs to promote them and stuff. But that's why I'm very appreciative of my friend uh, from XWO, because he's given me a little bit of funding recently to put towards YouTube promotion. So I'm very, very appreciative. So yeah, boy, XWO is a startup clothing brand. So it's kind of like street clothing that sells skateboards and hats and shit like that. And yeah, honestly, the man behind it, he's a fucking very solid dude. He's an Aussie, and yeah, I can't thank him enough for just for having my back. So it makes it easier for me, and yeah, he's been good in many ways to me. So yeah, XWO, you guys should go follow XWO. Same
Absolutely.
with my man Mr. Zero as well. Me and Mr. Zero make so much music together. You'll see him. I've yeah, we're always featuring on shit together, and he mix and masters basically all my shit. He's the kind of guy who's like, all right, we grew up together. We became friends because our parents were friends, so we've known each other forever. We used to make music together back in the day. When I say that, I mean like 10 plus years ago. But when he knew that I was jumping back onto the mic and like legitimately starting to make legitimate music, he went ahead and forked out to get Ableton, and he bought like a fucking sick laptop, and he got all these mad programs and shit to support me. And then on top of that, he started rapping as well. So you can see the kind of person he is, the kind of friendship we have. We're close as fuck. Um, yeah, so it's crazy. So, but the thing is, he doesn't use social media. He's got a page. It's Mr. Zero. Um, you know, he's got music on YouTube. It's Mr. Zero. You'll be able to find links of his throughout my shit. But he doesn't post. He doesn't go online. He doesn't fuck with Instagram. He doesn't fuck with YouTube. He literally posts and ghosts. So you look at his page and you're like, oh, this guy fucking, you know, he's not serious about his music, or he's not serious about his art. He is serious. He puts in fucking hours every day making music, mixing and mastering my music, helping me record. Um, he's always researching shit. Like, he's balls deep in it as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'd mean a lot to me, guys, if you go out and support Mr. Zero, because yeah, he helps me a lot behind the scenes, and yeah, he's a mad cunt. So
Yo,
yeah,
that's big
that
ups
would be
to
ideal.
Mr. Zero, to the clothing brand. I actually kind of wanted to bring it back around to that too. Um, so that was what's the name of the brand?
XWO.
XWO.
It stands for No World Order.
Nice, nice. See,
Yeah,
I can mess with that. Like
because
I see the designs. I really like those designs. I seen there's a hat that I wanted. I was like, I'm gonna have
yeah,
to make an order real quick.
yeah, man. Yeah, he'll look after you, and yeah, like it's not money going to some fuckwit. You know, it's money going to someone who wants to help progress artists' careers. And he doesn't want people getting shit on. Like he said, that's why he started the whole thing, was because he wants to help artists get ahead. Because he's an artist himself. He makes he's J Tomic. He makes electronic dance music,
Okay.
and
J
he's got a
Tomic.
very good following on. Yeah, J Tomic.
Okay.
He's got about 5 or 6 thousand subscribers on YouTube, and I think he went through like a lot of hardship trying to like deal with different people and different entities in the music industry, which were just fucking him over and taking advantage of him. So his whole thing is he just wants to help the people around him, and he wants to help people make it on their own. So yeah, very very and the reason I found him was the same reason I found you, Cracker, was just by reaching out to people on Instagram who had similar interests in hip hop, and sending out messages to people, just being like, "Hey, this is my music. This is what I'm about. Let me know how I can support you in return." And then next minute, I've made like these fucking dope connections with these motherfuckers who are just ill. So yeah,
That's all it takes
yeah,
is getting out there, literally just putting yourself out there and going, "Hey, you in the
yeah,
same shoes as me?" I mean, that's all you do anywhere you go. Like, as
yeah,
the other Chris here just said, he said, "Real ones want to see you rise and will support you, and the haters are just sad when with their own life." Which is like
yeah. Fucking no.
forget the haters part
Yeah,
of it. It's the fact that people that want to see you rise, they're gonna fuck with your shit. Like, they're gonna keep going with
yeah,
you. It's just finding them. It's the hardest thing in the world to do is to find your clique, especially if you're
yeah.
in a niche
100%.
market. Like, I mean,
Yes.
horrorcore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finding people that
And
are down.
yeah. Oi, TikTok, right? I love TikTok because I met some cool people on there and shit. And when I first started, TikTok was cool, but now I've realized when I post something on TikTok, it just it gets shown to the most limited amount of people, and then it fizzles out straight away because TikTok knows I'm a repeat offender when it comes to breaking community guidelines. So
That's
my
me.
shit doesn't get spread to anyone anymore, any new audience. It basically just stays within the people who already follow me, and I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like you just can't handle me, can you, Mr. TikTok? But I do like TikTok because it's got good filters, good captions, and all that kind of shit. So I'll post on TikTok and then I'll post it everywhere to Instagram. And how good's Instagram, by the way? Anything flies on Instagram.
It should be.
Anything.
I'll tell you this: that they actually have the same exact thing going on with them. Where if they'll show you to your own audience like over and over, because those are people that
Yeah,
obviously already fuck with you. But as soon as you get
yeah,
questionable, like on if it's societally acceptable, then they end up
yeah.
pulling your reach back by quite a bit. And they're like, "All right,
Damn.
so we're gonna test this and like see if we know who likes your shit."
Yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you.
Like,
And I think that's probably why important. Like, I think it's important to like censor the reels and shit, right? Like skip out the swearing and
yep.
um. You reckon?
Absolutely, 100%. I think that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it really matters. It really makes a difference. I know that with the Heist Club, we have a gold bar as the symbol that I'm getting tatted
yeah.
actually. Um, so it's a bloody bar.
Big gold bar.
It's because it's
Yeah.
it's to represent the blood money and shit. But like,
Yes.
so Faces Drew painted a version of it, and it was, I mean, it's dope. I like it as a logo and so on. But what we found is that
Yeah.
anything that had that clearly as the logo, other than the 3 album covers, got pulled
Yeah.
off entirely. Like,
Oh,
that
really?
piece does not
Really?
exist anywhere. And that was off of my memories. That was off of his stuff. Like, they just pulled that shit. And it's like, dude, I watch people get decapitated on here. I watched,
Yeah.
machine shit, like,
Seriously.
accidents and, like, animals fucking killing people. Yet, I can't
Oh,
see
dude,
a
it's
gold
fucking
bar. That's
brutal on
fucking
there.
weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Eh? I don't really know how that works. But yeah. Yeah, it's funny the things you pick up along the way, along the journey, because DJ Eris was mentioning to me as well about doing promo and the YouTube promo and how your engagement will fall basically all the way off if you have like swearing or so that's why when I'm making reels now, I'm just cutting out the swear words and I'm just gonna I've been trialing that recently and it seems to be doing better. So
Does it?
yeah, it's all just trial and error really, and it's all a fuck around. I used to be so concerned about like I don't know the numbers and everything, but now I don't really give a fuck about the numbers. It's more just about making the music, which is important to me, collabing with people who I reckon are sick cunts and who make dope music, and then just having fun.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And you're gonna get a
it's
lot
fucking fun.
further than trying to hit a moving target, like a moving goalpost. You're not gonna make it
Yeah,
because it's always gonna be moving. If it was that
sure.
easy, there would be 100% guaranteed if you do these things that you're gonna get a fucking viral.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah,
nothing that works like that. Literally nothing.
for sure, for sure. And like I was talking to someone recently as well. It was like, you know, and when I first jumped in, I was like, my eyes opened up, and I'm like, whoa, man! Like, imagine how much money you could make if you went viral with this or you went viral with that. And then I thought about it more and more, and I thought, like, I'm doing this, I enjoy it, and I'm having so much fun with it. If something like that happens and the shit pops off and things go wild, that'd be cool. But if it doesn't, like, I've been making music with the people around me who I love, making music which I love, and working towards building my own brand, and like that in itself is fucking fantastic. And um, when I hear my music, like, I'll just say one thing, like, one of the songs, Legacy Trooper, which is one of the first songs I ever had mixed and mastered by a friend of mine. Um, Basically, when I heard the final copy, I was driving, and the way that it came out, perfect. We didn't do any edits. The way that he mixed and mastered it. This is Kojo Answer as well from Lake City Records. Um, when I heard it, I'm driving, and I had it cranking. I was like tearing. I was tearing when I heard it, and like that does happen still. Like I've had it with a couple of songs since that I hear the master. It's fucking beautiful. Like, I just fucking love it, and I can't believe I can't believe I just made this shit, because this is wild as fuck. Like, this is the exact music I want to hear, and it's me making it because I make music for me, and I make music because this is the type of shit that I like. I'm not making it because I want to go viral. I'm not making it because I want to impress these people. I want to go mainstream. No, I'm making this fucking twisted music because it appeases my fucking twisted mind, and like, yeah.
Making music for you.
That's just how it is.
Rick Rubin. I tend to quote him quite a bit because he's my favorite producer. But
Yeah,
really honestly, like, he says the same exact thing. He said you shouldn't be making music for any other person in the world except for you. And if you love it, then
no,
there's going to be other people who are going to love it. But if you can't live with it, like you said, you were talking about, you tear up, and when you hear that you
yeah,
did this thing, you did this, and it's like, holy fuck, like,
yeah,
it's really
yeah.
humbling, right? Like,
It's beautiful.
and that's a really awesome thing. But it also says, it points to humility, which, rap in
Okay.
general is a braggadocious art form. Like, you're normally
Yeah,
bigging up,
yeah,
you big up yourself, you big up, where you're from, everything, but you very
yeah.
rarely are humble in rap.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and a bit, a part of it is putting on the character as well, because like, I love going down different avenues. I love doing the braggadocious tracks, but then I love doing the heartfelt tracks, and yeah, I've got different shit coming out. Obviously, I've got music coming out about just like progressing, and yeah, as I said, like a whole bunch of different shit. So yeah, I mean, when you're creative and when you explore your creative genius, like fucking anything's possible. And yeah, I like the thought of having uh who knows what's going to come next.
Well,
Just keep rolling along, and see what opportunities come up, see who I run into. Like, if I never ran into DJ Eris, then I would never have had that
the
the
beast will
beast will
rise.
rise.
And you got a
Yeah,
visualizer coming
fucking.
out on May 2nd. The Eris just put that in the chat there.
Oh
You
yeah.
got a full
Oh,
length
I'm so
video.
sorry as well. I've been meaning to get footage over for. Oh man, I got too many things on my plate. But yeah, yeah,
Make a
that
list,
visualizer.
one at a time, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all you
I've
can
got
do.
like all these things I need to do, but I always what overrides that is me just getting in a hot bath and writing music. I'm like, fuck, I need to do this. I need to promote that. I need to fucking get this footage over. And I'm like, I'm just gonna run a hot bath and write some bars for about an hour, and you know, that's I'm gonna find my cozy place.
It sounds right. I
So
mean,
yeah,
that sounds like it's a more relaxed place. Like, so I'll throw this out there. The Beast Will Rise. Make sure you guys check that out with Killist, DJ Eris, fucking y'all are obviously a duo already. You and fucking Max with the heist track that's gonna be coming out very soon as well. I
fuck
mean,
yeah,
you got what do you got? Maggot Mouth. When is that one? Bad Trip.
yeah. Bad trip. He's just finishing his verse, and we're gonna record it. So I'm just gonna release that as a single, probably I don't know, a few weeks. And then an EP in a few weeks, and then um, yeah, I've got
And
other
and
projects
and and
cracking. Yeah, there's just a lot of shit going on. People are messaging me at the moment and being like, "Can I get a feature? How much do I owe you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just don't let." I'm like, "Don't worry about money. Let's just make music. I just want to make music." So that's where we're at.
Well, at some point, I mean, okay. So one last point, I guess, because that's I'm very curious about it and your feeling on what, at what point should you charge for verses? Like, do you think at You know,
Yeah.
once you reach a certain fanship, once you reach a certain status, or what is it?
Yeah, that's the thing, eh? Because I'm like, I've got these designs for t-shirts, and I just haven't been fuck pushing them. Like, I was gonna make a whole bunch more Killist hats, but I've just made one, and I'm gonna give that away tomorrow. Um, as for the Heinous Mind EP competition, which I did. So yeah, I mean, fuck, it's there. I know. If I just pull the trigger and just start promoting it and getting shit printed, I know people are gonna buy it,
Yep.
but I'm just not in a hurry for it. I'd rather spend my energy just making music,
You're
and
still enjoying
it
it.
would be lovely to have to profit from it, because once I start profiting, I can put that money back into my own craft and maybe get some like professional video clips done, or because I feel like I haven't even done that yet. Like, I've been making music for almost 2 years, probably a year and a half, and yeah, I've never had professional visuals done. So that's on my hit list as well. I reckon once I start getting some professional shit done like that, things will start to pop off a bit harder. And but right now, I'm just really focused on linking up with like good artists and people who I want to make music with, and people who I've got I'm gonna link up with Tricked Out. I don't know if you heard of Tricked Out. He's from the States somewhere, but yeah, he's got a wicked style. He kind of sounds like Ritz.
Okay.
He's a real gnarly character. He's got like missing an eye. I think he's been into combat and shit over in the States, and he's just a fucking cool character. I love his music. So yeah, we got some shit coming out soon. I've actually done the entire song. I'm just waiting for him to jump on my open, and it's called "I Survived It" though, and it's dark as hell. Like, it's
Yeah.
gritty. It's fucking
Offline. We
fucking
gonna get that shit offline.
yeah,
so
for sure.
so
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
send it to you. I've got the whole thing.
let's go ahead
Yeah.
and hit a. You know how we like to end it here. We like to hit
Oh
either
yeah,
a
yeah,
verse,
yeah.
freestyle, to a beat, acapella. I don't give a fuck. Whatever it is, whatever you're feeling, run that bitch. I'm gonna put it
Yeah,
on mute when you're ready to
yeah,
rock.
yeah. All right. Well, I was thinking about that before, and yeah, we've been talking about Legacy Trooper. I was gonna do a verse of Legacy Trooper, but then Dead Man Walking. Dead Man Walking is probably the deepest I go with my personal shit, and I'll spit some of the first verse on that one. Yeah.
Run it.
Remember, I'm all codeined up and shit. I can't even remember what the fuck I had for breakfast. I haven't even eaten to the hell of eating this fucking pharmaceutical. So here we are. All right. Yo, learn to blaze up every day, bright. The skate park, push the gateway, drug way fast, like a freight train came past. And blew us all to bits like a napalm straight blast, straight to the brain. That was H-Dust, bottom car park, Maze truck getting laced up. Reason why the grades flunk, brains fucked. Try to elevate, but I stay stuck. Coming home when the sis ain't been herself. Back on the coke, try heal herself. Never got the love, nourishing the inner health. Now it's morphine overdose, try kill herself. She never died, but she's dead to me, son. Same as the other bitch, rest in peace, cunt. Actually got been done. Don't act like a genius. Elon, Elon, Elon. Fluffing up your pillow, bastard. Little white, little yellow. That's it. Ain't a real one still on plastic. Trip on the cell phone. Hello, smash it. Dirty money, motherfucker. You know what time it is. Blast it. But yeah, I did forget some lyrics at the end there, but yeah. That is what it is, baby. Feel that.
Killist in the motherfucker. Killing shit. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a pleasure, man. Thanks heaps for I'm glad this one was a bit better than our last one. The last one, I had the dog with me, I had my boy with me, waiting for my McDonald's in the drive-through. So yeah,
I do recall
this one was clean.
There's gonna be lots of clips out of this one for damn sure. Yeah, like Killist, what's any shout outs? I mean, you gave plenty of shout outs. You hit the performance, but anything you want to add?
I mean, probably if my brain was working properly, but I'd probably have something a bit more lined up. But no, all I want to say is yeah, keep an eye out for the upcoming music. There's heaps coming. Heist Club especially. Heist Club's dope. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of shit popping off there. So yeah, just can't wait to keep sharing music with everyone, and can't wait to keep this good thing rolling, baby. So yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate all your support, and it's awesome to have someone like you on my corner who yeah, truly gives a fuck. And yeah, I appreciate it, man.
And
Peace.
you know this, brother. Peace. Yo, stay on the line for just a second. Let me go ahead and exit out of these
All right.
guys.
All right.
Blocka. Yeah, just because the way that it works, it seems to work a hell of a lot better if I
Yeah, all good, man. Fuck, we were on there for an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's a good episode right there. That's what I like. I
I'm all
like
smacked out with my eyes are all cocked, talking shit.
I was talking mad shit, bro. Nah, that shit was. I mean, it makes for a fucking good episode. That's for damn sure, man. Like,
That was good, man. I just wish I didn't fuck up my free at the end, but
psh, bro, that's. I mean, the words, the lyrics were there. Like, the lyrics were where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were.
yeah.